Okay, so I finished writing this an hour ago. It's called A Letter from Poetry to the Poet, so to this poet. Dear poet, we haven't seen much of each other in months. Whenever you do come around, it's fleeting and quick. Like midnight lovers, we dance around the idea of being seen in public. You like to believe that we are still one, that momentary run-ins with a pen somehow equate to the years of backstory we created together. Do you still love me? When we first met, you were young, impressionable, and knew nothing about me. But I grabbed your hand by the pencil and showed you how to express yourself. I was your first love. You etched essence into my lines, wrote your secrets to me in silence. When you got older, I showed you a different side of me, said it was okay to yell and cry, and you began speaking the words you wrote to me, to the world. I watched as you grew up, and we grew apart. School, you said. Projects, you said. Work, you said, got in between us. It used to be you couldn't get me off your mind at night, but now you don't even give me the time of day. Recently, the closest you came to writing something that bore my name was fragmented and forgettable. Like members of a dysfunctional family, you knew I existed but didn't care to think of me often. But I've been thinking of you, wanting you to bring life back to these lines. Yell at the wind, I want to hear you speak me again. I know you are busy, but you do not have writer's block. You're just too lazy to work on this relationship. Why don't you just break up with me? Because I feel violated, taken advantage of. You use me to write love letters to other women. Your wandering eyes like nomads, constantly moving, forgetting that they once called me home. I have dealt with too many men like you before. Ones who would rather daydream than spend time with me. Who've stripped me of everything. I am jealous of the giving tree because at least the boy came back to it. I've been abandoned more times than I'd like to admit. Been on the tail end of hobby lists for too long. Less and less of a priority with passing time. You don't deserve me or the gifts I've given you. Most don't. But I haven't given up on you. So I will remain with you nonetheless, believing that what once was will be again. Sincerely, your first love, poetry.